my end, but we are very good to go. This qualifying is only just literally started again, so hopefully we are good to go again this time round. So hopefully we get the stream up and running. Just give me a second. So we'll try and see whether it is up and running. So yes, it is here, so that's okay. So Adam Postlethwaite gets a bit crossed up going out of Knickerbrook there. 1:41.2 by Luke at the moment. Seems to be the fastest time with the weather. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Ryan already up into second with that Honda NSX then. So it seems the guys with the wet conditions are going to be close within each and other's times, because obviously the conditions aren't going to be viable for this evening. It seems it's going to be very wet. It's a bit wet at the moment. It is damp, so it claims. So Damien at the moment currently second in that Ferrari. Cloniff in fourth then at the moment. Seems to be pushing that McLaren very slowly around Shell Oil's corner at the moment though. But looks like a couple of guys are probably going to be struggling. It's not the first time it has rained in TNRL this season. We had a wet race and wet qualifying at Imola, so it seems that the guys are going to try and push on for some time. Yes, so please let us know in the comments, guys, what you think is going to happen. It would help us out massively, but it is going to be very close. So 9.5 minutes to go then in qualifying before we get the hour and a half race ongoing. But at the moment Stefano Marchetto currently second, so that gold and blue Ferrari and the grey stripe alongside that Ferrari coming through Shell Oils then, currently trying to push on. So it will be good to go. We'll see exactly how well the cars go. It seems that at the moment Ash in fourth then, championship leader, seems to want to try and push that Bentley to its absolute limit. The yellow flag going out towards there. I don't know whether that was trying to think who that actually was. It didn't look like anyone major. It looks like Sol Jervis's Bentley's up and running. So at the moment it seems there's going to be a couple of cars battling for that top spot for P number 1. In qualifying, it seems the rain seems to be very threatening. It seems very damp and probably miserable. The trees will be catching that rain and it will catch a lot of drivers out. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. So Stefano Marchetto crosses the line. He's only 0.3 seconds behind Luke at the moment then. So Luke's currently on stream as well as Stefano Marchetto chasing him. It looks like James McGlick though in that Honda NSX. The Hondas seem to be working quite well at the moment, so the 3rd and 8th at the moment it seems. So we'll see exactly what is going to happen for this evening. So we've got Adam Postlethwaite coming through. I believe that is the back half. No, it's not. Yes, it is the back half of the circuit. Cameron was just playing games with me. So he goes through Lodge Corner now. He's currently 4th fastest. So there's quite a few cars that are trying to push on and trying to get their best grid results. Well, grid starts for the season. 7 minutes to go in qualifying. So it looks like at the moment laps to be set then. Adam Foster, Swingle, and of course Mix 64 in that Lexus, followed by Bruno Jigsaw. Nice to see Bruno back out. So we've got a bit of time. Stefano Marchetto coming through Druids then, trying to push away from Luke at the moment. Whether Luke wants that pole position, this guy seemed to push on quite a bit towards Lodge Corner. He knows it's going to be tight on exit and tight on entry. See exactly what's going to happen. And also please like and subscribe to TNRL Sim Racing, it would help us out massively. So Stefano Marchetto still trying to get up to Luke at the moment. Well, Luke's done a 140.044. So it looks like the wet conditions at the moment suiting the Mercedes driver. At the moment it looks like, looking at what's going on with some of the times, it does look like Adam Postlethwaite is third now, followed by, actually he's not, he's been hit by Ash, but then Mix 64 goes third fastest. So it's going to be close, as you like, between these guys. It is going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So there's only about 5.5 minutes to go in qualifying, so we're not far away then for qualifying to end. Looks like Adam Foster though at the moment, he's suffering to get a rhythm round here at the moment. By the looks of it, he's not set a lap time as of yet in that McLaren, the 420 McLaren. It seems Bruno GXR trying to push on as well, he needs to set a lap time. So at the moment Luke is fastest, followed by Stefano Marchetto coming through Druid now for what looks like a clear air. Whether he's got that Ferrari dialed up for the wet weather. It seems he struggled in free practice for the time being, but it's going to be very close. You've got Mix 64 there trying to push on. The Lexus seems to be improving every race now. Whether the Lexus is now going to be a dominant force for the rest of the season, it seems. We'll see exactly what's happening. Looks like Dario and Marmolotto has to quickly get past his teammates, so Dario's down in 9th at the moment. But it seems at the moment then, so the grid order would be Luke at the moment, followed by Stefano, followed by Mix 64, obviously Ash, Damien. Ash is now actually third, then Mix 64, followed by Damien, followed by Adam Postlethwaite, followed by Sol Jervis, followed by James, followed by Dario, followed by Swingle and Ryan, and of course Clenough, and then obviously Adam Foster still trying to get a lap in qualifying. Whether the setup on that McLaren isn't just right, whether the wet conditions are catching him out slightly, or he's having a bit of a tough time at the moment, but he will. There's 3.5 minutes to go for qualifying. So it seems we've got Luke in pit lane at the moment, thinking that could be a quick enough time, but we'll see exactly what's happening. We'll try and figure out why Adam isn't getting up where he wants to be. At the moment it looks like his lap time, his last lap time was actually a 3:33.4. He's obviously struggling at the moment with that McLaren around here. He doesn't want any issues because he wants to try and get exactly where he wants to be. So we do have, obviously Ash has the advantage of the Bentley. He's currently championship leader, so after a win at Kyle Army and obviously a lot of and a win at Bathurst, so first double winner of the season. So coming through Lodge Corner then up towards Deers Leap for 2.5 minutes remaining of this qualifying session. It looks like he's currently third still at the moment. Pushed a bit too hard into Old Hall there. He had to literally slam on his brakes out of exit. But it looks like at the moment Adam Foster now 5th fastest, so he's finally back into the swing of his rhythm. Obviously wants to try and get pole position though. He's got a bit of traffic to deal with now though, that is the issue. traffic is going to be an issue around here. We were discussing that previously, and it seems to be a lot of interest within TNRL. It's not going to be the easiest track to overtake either, but hopefully you can let us know who you're going to be cheering on this evening. Are you cheering on the likes of Adam, or are you going to be cheering on Luke or Stefano Marchetto? Let us know in the comments, guys. Get some engagement going, because we want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Basically, my thoughts and opinions, it could be very interesting. It is an hour and a half race to go. It is going to be probably touch and go. The strategies and setups are going to be crucial, especially if the race is going to be wet. It could be dry, but we'll find out. It's obviously going to be typical English weather at the moment then. So Stefano Marchetto currently sat in pit lane, with Luke currently still out on track, probably going to try and push that Mercedes a bit further and trying to eke out that advantage. We'll see what Adam's doing. He's about to cross the line, so he's crossed the line now. Has he stayed 5th fastest, or is the timing screen going to throw a glitch at me and say nope, he's still 5th? Well, at the moment it looks like he's still 5th, so he's got 40 seconds. So qualifying is crucial around here. We know it is. It could be happening, but Luke could be heading for his first pole position for some time. He actually was kind of kicking himself after damaging his car. He didn't have actually 100% damage from crashing at the warm-up at Kyalami. Hopefully he doesn't do that here. So qualifying now has finished. So Luke's going through the latter half of the lap then, braking for Lodge Corner, and he will try and push on up over Deers Leap to try and complete another lap. Is he going to complete the lap? Yes, he is. What's he going to do? He goes to 139.7, so that still holds him provisional pole position at the moment. But Adam Foster's also called it quits, so he's in pit lane. Mick 64 then, about to cross the line. Where does that put him? Puts in pole position, because he goes at 139.5. So that's actually quite good. We can see exactly how well that Lexus is dialed up. Ash is coming through the latter half of the lap though now, because this is a crucial lap. Not everyone is going to be pushing on, but Ash is coming through the final lap up towards Deers Leap. Then he better not go into pit lane. I'll cry if he did, but he goes 3rd. So it is a mix 64 from Luke, followed by Ash, followed by Stefano, followed by Adam, followed by Sol Jervis, followed by Damien, followed by Swingle. So Swingle gets 8th on his debut at Oulton Park. Obviously he's had races before, and he's got Adam Postlethwaite coming through Lodge Corner now, up towards Deers Leap. Is he going to cross the line? Is he going to improve? Got the LDR rate dialed up there. He actually goes 7th, so Swingle drops down to 9th, but that's still a good result. And then we've obviously got James, followed by Claire, followed by Dario, followed by Bruno, and also followed by Ryan, followed by Damo, who's just joined. So yes guys, if you just joined, welcome to TNRL. This is round number 5 of the season at Oulton Park for the season, and it is season 2. So let us know in the comments, guys. Give us some engagement. Please like and subscribe as well. It would mean a lot if you could give us some interaction this evening. It looks like the Lexus then. The Lexus seems to be the car to beat at the moment around here. It looks like, as we can tell, exactly what is going to happen for this evening. It does look like a couple of guys are going to be pushing on. So it does mean this evening we are going to be for, hopefully it's not going to be a damp race, but who knows, the weather could be very typical, especially around here. I think a couple of guys are still, they're all actually all in pit lane now, so they're all waiting to head out for the races. It's going to be setting up, seeing what's going to happen. They're going to obviously get their setups and probably think about their strategies. It is an hour and a half race, which means it could be quite a lot of interest to see who's going to pit when and what what also setups are going to be like around here. I tried to get a brief setup idea, but obviously the guys were reluctant not to tell me their secrets, but it's fine. But looking at the grid for race 1 then, you've got Mick 64 followed by Luke, followed by Ash, followed by Stefano, and it is looking likely it is actually going to be, looking at the weather then, it seems it's going to be bright and sunny. It's going to be hot, roasting hot. It's 24 degrees, track temperature is 31. So looking at the grid, you've got Mick 64 followed by Luke, followed by Ash, followed by Stefano, followed by Adam, followed by Sol Jervis, followed by Adam Postlethwaite, followed by Adam Postlethwaite, and then you've got Damien followed by Swingle, James followed by Claire, followed by Dario, Bruno, Ryan, and of course Damo at the back of the grid. But this is where the racing can get physical. It is going to be an hour and a half. It is going to be brutal. There's not many places for overtaking, but who knows? So they're just getting their setups just right. We'll see exactly how quick we'll go on board with the Lexus RCF of Mick 64 for a moment or two. Well, actually, that's going to be close then. So at the moment it is looking likely we will be following Mick 64 around the lap. So let's have a look then. This is going to be tooth and nail. We are about to start the formation lap here at Oulton Park for round number 5 of the championship. So if you just joined the stream, welcome guys. Please give it a massive thumbs up and get TNRL to quite a few subscribers. It would help massively as well. So the guys are about to start the formation lap. Mick 64 then will lead them away, followed by Luke, followed by Ash, and of course Stefano Marchetto. You can just see how many spectators are here this evening and how many are going to be wanting to watch the racing. It seems the helicam here at the moment going out of Old Hall Corner down towards the Avenue and down towards Cascades. This is going to be very close between these guys. It is going to be fantastic. The helicopter's providing some great action shots. You can just see the lake to the left hand side of our screen. Looks like Luke's going to try and push on with that Mercedes. It's going to be very tooth and nail going into turn number 1. So Mick 64, he needs to get a good lap to a good start, otherwise he's going to have Luke all over him. It seems going towards Shell Oil's hairpin. This corner here, it's going to be a slow corner at the moment. Obviously on the formation lap, excuse me, it's going to be very close. The number 2 Lexus leads to number 11 Mercedes. It's going to be very close. So as you can see, most of the guys just warming up their tyres. Hopefully no collisions on formation lap. But yes, welcome. So we're about to start. Hopefully going to be pushing on quite a bit. The marker posts have already gone flying on the formation lap. I'm not surprised really, because kind of knew when some people cut that corner out of Fulston's, it's going to be pushing on quite a bit for this evening. Let's try and catch up. So give me 1 second guys, I'm just trying to catch up on stream. What's going on? So there we go, that's better. Almost there. So there we go, Mick 64 leads them through towards Druids 4 to start the race. It seems the guys are gearing up for what's going to be a fantastic night of racing. Getting in side by side now formation. The going to have to do that before Lodge Corner. It's going to be very difficult. Getting the grid of 15 cars lining up side by side into Lodge Corner. We will be good to go any moment. We're just going through the last part of the lap now, last part of the formation. So it's going to look very close. It's going to be close. We need to see what's going to happen, because the first two cars on the grid can get away cleanly into turn number 1, but it's from third and fourth backwards, it can be a challenge. So we're about to get the green light on the start of country, and we are good to go for round number 5 at Oulton Park. It seems that Mix 64 leads them away, then followed by Luke. Luke gets a bit crossed up. It looks like, from what I'm seeing at the moment, it seems a lot of cars are going a bit very close. So Ash up and down into 4th already, because Stefano Marchetto has that Ferrari already where he wants to be. So it seems at the moment, as the timing screen does a massive glitch on me for the time being, but Mix 64 has that. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen within this evening. So Stefano trying to put Luke under pressure already. Looks like Adam Foster still there in 5th place. Seems a lot of people have kept it together. Swingle dropped to the tail of the field. Whether he's just pushing on, trying to have that bit of a... He's got a bit crossed up going into full stunts, but it looks like Damien and Dario are going to have a bit of a battle, but going towards Nick Brook then, it looks like Luke and of course Marmolotto, Stefano Marchetto in that Ferrari. You can just see just edging out, trying to push on towards Luke at the moment, it seems, with Ash in 4th, Adam Foster in 5th trying to catch him up quickly as well, and so Jervis doing exactly the same, and Adam Postlethwaite and Bruno GXR. But going in towards Lodge Corner, it looks like Stefano was trying to get that Mercedes of Luke dialed up, but we've already about to take lap 1 off the book. It seems that Mix 64 has that Lexus a bit dialed up this evening. It'll be very interesting to see what the Portuguese driver can do. Looks like Ash is trying to gain up to, obviously, Stefano. It looks like you can just see the guys are trying to push on. We'll see what's happening further back in the mix. You've got Adam Foster in the mix as well, so Jervis is also there. But it looks like at the moment Adam Postlethwaite is also lurking. Bruno's going to try and catch him. It looks like James McGlick is trying to get away. He's trying to catch up to these guys as well. Headed into Shell Oils, Ryan and Damo, they're having a bit of a battle. Excuse me, Ryan seems to be having that Honda quite dialed up, and then he's got Damien behind him, Dean Helix trying to push on, whether Dario and of course Swingle. Clenough down in 15th then. Has he had a bit of an issue? Has there been contact somewhere on the lap? We're going out towards Nick Brook. Luke's trying to push away from Stefano. Stefano's trying to push that Ferrari up towards that Mercedes. Luke's only 2.8 of a second from Mix 64 at the moment. Stefano's there, Ash is there as well. So Jervis, the other Bentley, trying to push on. He's got to try and get past Adam Foster. Adam Foster will do well. It seems Adam Foster knows his way around this circuit better than anyone else. So Sol Jervis locked up a brake going into Lodge Corner, it seems. But Sol Jervis on the outside of turn number 1. Adam Postlethwaite thinks I've powered it, but backs out into Old Hall. It looks like he got a slower exit, but it looks like Stefano and Luke, they're almost going side by side down towards Cascade. Oh, this could be close. Oh, Luke tucks right back in behind. Stefano forced that second place, so that second place will be not under threat now for a moment or two, but he's got to be careful going into Shell Oils then. They both slam on the brakes. This is another overtaking manoeuvre. It looks like Ash. Oh, Ash got the door shut in his face by Stefano. It looks like Luke's also joining in his battle. So it's almost a 4-car battle for second place. Also, Clough's gone into pit lane. So whether that damage is hurting him, it looks like Sol Jervis and Adam Postlethwaite are trying to have a bit of a battle, but going into Nick Brook for the 3rd time. Marmoloso and Luke has to concede, does he? Stefano gets that move done. You can just see the Ferrari get past that Mercedes, but Ash is on the attack as well. Ash is almost there between them. This is where the overtaking it can happen, but it's got to be quick. But it looks like Luke's going to put Stefano Marchetto under a lot of pressure, but Ash is going to come on against Luke. He's going to try and push against Luke. Luke's going to try and defend going into Lodge Corner up towards Deersley for the third time. Then this is where it's going to be tooth and nail, or is it actually lap number 2? I do apologise if it's...
Go.
Yeah, it's actually lap number 3. They're about to tick off lap number... It's ticked off lap number 2. Looks like Adam Postlewaite also into pit lane. Has he had damage? Well, that's put a bit of a lap on Clem, sadly. But it looks like Mix 64 at the moment, the Lexus driver leading the race. Then Stefano Marchetto still second, with Luke followed by Ash, followed by Adam Foster, and of course Sol Jervis and Bruno Gioxar, followed by James McGlick, and obviously Serial Killer, and of course Ryan, followed by Damien, followed by Gennaro, and of course Swingle, it looks like at the moment then. But we'll go back to that battle for what looks like 3rd and 4th now. It looks like the race is going to be quite unfold. We've got an hour and 24 minutes remaining though. This is where the guys are going to have to plan their strategies even more. There's already a few guys been pitting, maybe because of damage early on. But it looks like Luke's under threat from Ash at the moment, going up towards Clay Hill for the 3rd time then. Up towards Druids. Ash has got that Bentley already dialed up. You can see exactly what's going to happen. But it seems like that Luke's going to be alongside, or trying to have that Bentley fended off. Ash is already trying to see what he's going to do, but it's going to be very close. It's still a long way to go. But it looks like we're going to be in for a bit of a battles galore, it seems. We'll see what's going to happen. And obviously, you know, Luke's trying to push away from Ash at the moment. Ash is almost there going into Cascade. You can just see the Bentley trying to make that move on the Mercedes. But is it going to happen? We'll see exactly how well things go. But Mix 64, 5.8 from Stefano at the moment, still leading the race then. It looks like Adam Foster, that McLaren, trying to push up to the Bentley. He's actually in a Bentley sandwich, I bet it tastes really awful. But it looks like Luke's going to try and defend like that into Fulton's for the 4th time. It seems that Luke's got a bit slower exit out of Fulton's up the hill, but they're going to try and battle in towards Knickerbrook, it seems. So Ash is going to try and push. Oh, Ash has gone straight on, and Knickerbrook was the contact between, and there was a bit of contact between Bruno and Sol Jervis, and it's going to be very close. It looks like that, you know, Sol Jervis has dropped down to... He's dropped down because it looked like he got a bit shoved on. But obviously it's going to be very close. But it looks like at the moment then Adam Foster under threat from Bruno GXR going towards Lodge Corner for the 4th time. These guys are already trying to push on. It looks like Mix 64 though in the Lexus is doing a very stellar job. It looks like Mix 64, yeah, leading. Obviously Bruno's trying to get that Lexus alongside Adam towards Old Hall Corner. Has he got it sticked? Yes, he has. Adam has to tuck right behind that Lexus, it seems. But at the moment it has dropped, looks like it's actually dropped Sol Jervis down to 9th after that contact though. Maybe it's just because of obviously Ash and obviously Adam Foster having a bit of a issue going into Knickerbrook, but it seems there's a bit of battles galore. There's not really much battles galore going on between a couple of the guys, but Sol Jervis still 9th. Dean Helix and Ryan versus Dario. Dario can get that Ferrari. It seems a couple of cars are battle scarred at the moment, but we'll see exactly what's going to happen. Swingle in 13th, Adam Postlewaite 14th, and Clenneth 15th at the moment. Having a bit of a disaster at the moment by the looks of it. but we'll see what's going to happen. It looks like Luke's trying to get away from Ash, but Ash is going to get that Bentley. Luke runs a bit wide on the exit of Knickerbrook towards Druid then. This is going to be very close for the 5th time. It looks like Luke's going to try and push on. He's got Ash right behind him. We'll try and go board with Ash if we can, going across towards Lodge Corner for the 5th time. It seems Ash is going to try and get that Mercedes dialed up towards Dursley. You know, about to cross the line. Take another lap. Is he going to go on the inside move as we go up towards at least Old Hall Corner? It's going to look like it, but looking at what's happening, we'll give you the helicam for a couple of laps or so. But Ash has got that Bentley dialed up. He's got that Mercedes in his sights now. Is he going to get that Mercedes on this lap? It seems like it. You never know. But it's going to be very class. And hello, Kakatakos. Thank you very much, mate. But Ash has got that Bentley dialed up. He's going to try and get that Mercedes this time into Fulton's then for the 6th time. It seems we'll go through the field and we'll see what's going on. But at the moment then, Ash is going into Knickerbrook. He's going to want to try and get Luke this time round. Bit of contact between him and Adam last time, but maybe it's just one of them where it's just 2 cars into one won't go. But at the moment Ash is trying to get past Luke. Luke seems to be having to fight that Mercedes. You can just see up Clay Hill towards Druids, going to try and brake on the hard onto the brakes, down into 3rd gear. It's going to be close. Looks like Ash is going to try and get him into Lodge Corner. Almost onto the grass though. Oh, this is going to be nip and tuck. Luke gets a bit of a good exit, but Ash is also there. Oh, Luke runs a bit wide up this leap, but which has allowed Ash alongside him. They're almost side by side. Luke has to tuck back in behind to start another lap into Old Hall then as we go. This is going to be very close, I tell you what. Bruno trying to push up to Adam Foster. Damo in 7th, followed by James, followed by Saul Jervis, 9th then. Dean Helix, and of course Gennaro. So Dario still in 11th, Swingle in 12th with Clenus, a lap down with Ryan trying to lap him with what's going on for 3rd and 4th at the moment. This is the battle we want to see. It looks like Stefano 5.3 of a second from Mix 64. We'll try and give you guys exactly them 2 moments or 2, but looking at what's going on between Ash and of course Luke, it seems at the moment then Ash has got that 3rd place currently still in the bag. It could be very close, but you know, he doesn't want to push on. He doesn't want to push on too hard. So Mix 64, I'll give you a bit of footage with Mix 64. The guy is an absolutely legend. He won at Imola, but you know, still got an hour and 17 minutes to go in this race. We're still a long way, but this is where it's going to be tooth and nail. Mix 64 about to start lap number 8. Stefano Marchetto still there. 5.8 of a second from Ash at the moment. 1.7 from Ash and of course Luke at the moment. It looks like, oh, Adam Foster's actually got past him. I beg your pardon, the timing screen flew a glitch at me yet again. But, you know, this is the excitement. It looks like Bruno's got trying to catch up to Luke as well. This is where we're going to be in for some great good battles now. It will look like Ash is going to be, you know, Ash is there going through Cascades. Adam Foster just goes through Cascades. Luke is also into Cascades, but Bruno's also there. Is Luke struggling tonight with that Mercedes? It seems, because Bruno is going to catch him. We're going board with the Lexus in towards Old Hall Hairpin for the 8th time. We're dropping down into 1st gear. This is where it's going to be tooth and nail. So we'll go up towards Fulton's, and this is where the Lexus could get the legs of that Mercedes. Clips the curbs, hops them, loses a bit of time there, up the rise then, up towards Knickerbrook chicane. You can just see Luke just ahead of 1.1 of a second, dropping down into 1st gear into Knickerbrook, it seems, but this is where it's going to get tooth and nail. This is going to be fantastic. We're on board with Bruno Jigsaw at the moment, the 46th Lexus RCF, trying to chase down Luke in the number 11 Mercedes AMG at the moment. So yes, it is going to be fantastic. So out towards Lodge Corner then we go. This is where it's going to be playing advantage for some of these guys at the moment. It seems at the moment then Ash is like really up the road and trying to push on. We'll see exactly what's happening further back. So we've got Damo in 7th at the moment. Kiribati and Sol Jervis almost caught the end of that battle. So it looks like Sol Jervis and James McGlick trying to push on. James McGlick has that Honda NSX trying to chase down that Bentley. It seems a couple of cars at the moment and trying to push on. We'll try and go on board with the Honda if we can, which we will do now. So on board with the Honda NSX driver, going towards Shell Oil's hairpin for the 9th time into Island Bend then. This is where it's going to be very close. At the moment though, it looks like, from what I'm seeing, Sol Jervis has got that gap though. He's got that gap at the moment. The Helicam is providing great action as well. We'll see exactly what's happening up the road then, because that battle between Luke and obviously Bruno GXR seems to be raging. And when I mean raging, it seems to be a very close proximity battle at the moment. We'll go with obviously a lot of things. Put up Clay Hill towards Druids then. Is Bruno going to catch Luke this time in towards Druids then? He seems to get a bit closer. Luke gets a bit wide out of Druids, comes back, oh, almost chops the nose of Bruno GXR there out of Druids, it looks like. But it looks like the Lexuses at the moment though, the Lexus RCFs, they seem to be, I think the setup on them Lexuses seems to be absolute fantastic and phenomenal. But this is where it's going to be. You've got Stefano Marchetto still in 2nd, Ash in 3rd at the moment, Adam Foster in 4th. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Damo still in 7th, then Sol Jervis 8th, James in 9th, Damien in 10th, Dario 11th, Adam Postlethwaite 12th, Swingle 13th at the moment, gets a bit loose out of Druids. Oh, he's hit the tyre barrier. That's a bit unfortunate on his debut here, having a bit of an issue. He's probably broken his car now. That's a bit unfortunate, but never mind, he will push on. Ryan in 14th and obviously Clenna 15th at the moment, it seems. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen. But it is an absolute fantastic race so far. It looks like Luke actually now getting onto the back, slightly onto the back of Bruno at the moment, it seems. It seems the Lexus, let's say the Lexus is quite an interesting car, but that Mercedes MG, the green machine, it's going to be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. But we've got a bit of an idea. We're already on lap 11 it seems, but we've got an hour and 12 minutes to go. It seems it's going to be a long way, but Luke's trying to get that Mercedes AMG. If we can, we'll try and give you guys a bit of a battle. Good lord, now going up Dearsley to start another lap. This is where it's going to be very tooth and nail. Bruno breaks in towards Old Hall. We're on board with Luke in the number 11 Mercedes AMG for what looks like he's trying to challenge for 5th into Cascade to them. Looks like Bruno's going to try and push all the way. He's got that Mercedes, he's got that gap at the moment though. But is this where it's going to be pushing quite a bit into the Island Bend, in towards Shell Oils, breaking down towards Gear 1. It's actually now going to be Gear 2. That Mercedes seems to have a bit more legs of that Lexus. But this is where the battle's going to be spread out quite a bit. But yes, this is where we are going to be sorting out a bit of competition. We can just see Bruno going over the rise in towards Nick Chicane. We go for the 11th time. This is where the drivers are going to be pushing. It could be very close. Fastest lap at the moment though, we'll have a look in a moment or two. But up towards Clay Hill is where the battle could be careful careful Luke doesn't want to run wide like he did a lap ago. This is where it could be another moment. But at the moment, so far, so good for the Mercedes driver. The fastest lap at the moment then seems to be Mick 64. Seems to be pushing on. Can't really tell with the fastest lap at the moment, but nevertheless, it seems he may be having the fastest lap. But it's looking likely Luke's going to be trying to catch up to Bruno any moment. But in the meantime, it seems Stefano Marchetto, he's still second, Ash still third, Adam Foster in fourth though. Got to be very careful as James McGlick goes into pit lane, whether it's time to go to pit lane or whether he's picked up some damage somehow. Sol Jervis and Damo battling almost. Change the camera around because it was swinging. We don't want the camera swinging around, it's kind of frustrating. But it looks like Bruno's catching up to Adam Foster for the time being. It seems there's going to be a lot of things pushing on Adam Foster though. You can just see the McLaren driver trying to push on from Bruno. So just looking back from the McLaren and looking how far that Lexus RCF is of Bruno, he's only like 1 second behind Adam at the moment. Adam seems to be pushing on as Ryan goes into pit lane there. Obviously, maybe it's the right time, maybe strategies are going to come into play very shortly. But looking at the gap, it's 1.1 of a second. Seems at the moment. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen pushing out towards Cascades then for the 13th time, it seems. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen because Bruno's got that Lexus dialed up like it's nothing. So an hour and 8 minutes remaining in this race at season 2, round number 5 here at Oulton Park for TNRL Sim Racing. Bruno's actually catching Adam Foster. This could be very close. This could be a fantastic drive from Bruno at the moment. We'll try and go on board with the Lexus RCF if we can. So we'll do that up the hill then, up towards Knickerbrook. The camera likes to have a bit of a wobble, so I do apologise, but you can just see that Lexus RCF pushing on for what looks like it could be 4th place. Last lap was a 136.3, but Bruno is going to push that Lexus all the way. He's got a 2.9 gap ahead of Luke. Adam Foster breaks in towards Druids, going towards Lodge Corner. This is where it's going to be very close. But let's have a look what's going to happen. Down into the break-in at Lodge Corner. Bruno gets a bit close and personal to Adam Foster. Oh dear, starting of lap. Is he going to try and get it into off hold this time round? Let's have a look. It's going to be great to see. Here we go. Bruno's sighting. Bruno is actually sighting a move. We can see what the Lexus is doing. The Lexus seems to be fighting. Seems like it's going to be very close. Just looking at what's going to happen. It looks like Bruno's going to try and get him towards the island bend, or is he going to get him into Shallow Oils corner? Let's have a look. He's dropped a bit of ground now. He's actually got into the wrong gear. Down into first gear, into Shallow Oils then. We'll still go on board with the Lexus RCF. Trying to take 4th place from Adam Foster at the moment. It seems into Folkestones up towards Denton's. It's going to be very close. The rise then for the 14th time. This is where it's going to be very close. Is he going to make the move into Knickerbrook? No, he's not. He drops down to first gear though. He's got Adam Foster in his sights. You can just see that McLaren trying to push on, trying to push away up towards Clay Hill. We're still on board with the Lexus RCF. Bruno takes on in towards Druids Bend. Is he going to make this move very quick? We'll see exactly what's going to happen. But Adam Foster gets that McLaren slightly away. You can just see that gap. It's 0.3 of a second. Braking for Lodge Corner. This is where it's unsighted if a car goes off. But Bruno gets a bit loose onto that curb, but he's still got that McLaren in his sights. That's crossed the line then. Back into Old Hall. We'll see exactly what's going on in a moment, but we're still looking at what's going on with Adam Foster trying to push away from Bruno's Lexus RCF at the moment. It seems going into Cascades then. He's right on Adam Foster's tail. He's right on Adam Foster's tail. He's going to try and get that move done yet again into Island Bend. He's on the inside. He's on the inside, but Adam Foster closes that door. He's got that McLaren just right close. He looks like he's going to be pushing. But Bruno is not giving up. Bruno is not giving up. The Lexus has the legs of this McLaren at the moment. You can just see exactly what's going to happen. But we'll go up into Fulston's, it seems. So looking back into Knickerbrook, we're just looking at the LCF. I had the wrong camera angle, I do apologise. But, you know, looking back, you can just see that Lexus RCF of Bruno trying to catch up. He's 0.3 per second up Clay Hill then for the 15th time with an hour and 4 minutes to go in this race. This is where it's going to be tooth and nail. This is going to be close. It seems that Bruno's going to try and get that Lexus. We'll try and see what's happening further up the field and further down the field when we get a moment or two. But going into Lodge Corner for the 15th time, it looks like Bruno's got that Lexus. Mick 64 then is still leading the race from Stefano Marchetto, followed by Ash, followed by Adam. At the moment Adam's on, almost still trying to escape from Bruno. Bruno's going to try and get this McLaren over and done with, but it seems Luke in 6th then, Damo in 7th with Sol Jervis in 8th, Damien 9th, Dario 10th, excuse me, Adam Postlethwaite 11th, Swingle 12th, James McGlick in 13th, Clove 14th and Ryan 15th. At the moment there is a couple of battles, but the closest battle we've got though, this is where it's going to be tooth and nail. It still looks like Bruno's got that Lexus. He's still got the Lexus dialed up, gone board with Bruno yet again. This is what I love about this championship. Adam Foster brakes for Knickerbrook. Oh, he's getting a bit tooth and nail. You can just see Adam Foster running a bit wide. This is where it's going to get close. This is going to get close because going up Clay Hill for the 16th time in towards Druids, this is where it's going to be close. This could be an absolute fantastic battle. It's going to be pushed on. You know it's going to be pushed on. So welcome to round number 5 of TNRL Sim Racing here at Oulton. Bot into Lodge Corner then, drops down to gear 1, gets a bit inside, well, gets a bit loose, but then he's got Adam Foster still in his sight to cross the line to start lap 17. This is going to be close. It could be Adam Foster's sweat. He could be sweating in the cockpit of that McLaren. But this is where it's going to be very close because Bruno's getting right on tooth and nail into Cascades. He's getting on to Adam Foster's back bumper down the island straight towards Island Bend. This is where it's going to be close. He's almost trying to make the same move again, but he gets the door shut every time into Shell Oils. Then Adam Foster knows the Lexus is going to have the legs. He knows it. He knows the Lexus is getting closer and closer. 0.2 of a second gap between the pair going into Austin's. This is where it's going to happen into Denton's, up towards the hill, up towards Knickerbrook. This is where they nearly made contact last time. Bruno's going to think about it. Adam brakes a bit later this time. The tyre stack seems to have gone, so the braking marker's gone. So Adam Foster getting a bit of a nudge up towards Clay Hill. This is going to be fantastic. Bruno's going to try and make a move up towards Druids. Oh my goodness. Oh my days, is he going to make it stick? Oh, Adam Foster closes the door though. Bruno's going to have him lined up towards Lodge, I reckon. This is going to be fantastic. We'll see exactly what's going to happen. Bruno's got that McLaren dialed up. You know he's got the Lexus dialed up. Oh, there's near enough contact, but Adam Foster runs a bit wide. Bruno goes alongside to get the... Adam shuts the door across the start-finish line up towards Old Hall. It seems there's going to be a car. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the pair of them. Oh, my days. Adam Foster's going to be livid with that. It seems a bit of contact at the back end. He knew that wasn't going to go, so that's dropped him down into what looks like 7th place. Oh, that was a great battle, and it's a shame it ended like that as well. So it looks like Adam Postlethwaite with Dario 0.8 of a second at the moment. So the Audi R8 driver trying to still push on with an hour to go in this race. This has actually been fantastic. These guys have provided me with some top class entertainment so far, but this is great. But going back to the lead of the race, Mix 64 has been caught. So we're looking back from the Lexus RCF, the number 2 Lexus RCF versus the number 1 Ferrari of Stefano Marchetto going into the Lodge corner. This could be an absolute tooth and nail. It looks like Stefano goes into pit lane then, so he will not have to worry about chasing Mix 64 for what looks like another lap. But that's allowed Ash up into 2nd. That will take Bruno up into 3rd. And I'll tell you what, guys, what an absolute epic race so far. It looks like Dario is 0.8 from Adam Postlethwaite at the moment. We can just see a couple of guys now spreading out equally. It's going to be very close to see what is going to happen. But my gosh, it's been fantastic at the moment. I feel like I'm almost out of breath. I feel like I need to get a drink before my voice disappears. So James in 12th, followed by Clenough in 13th. Swingle goes rally crossing at Fulton's, then he's obviously trying to push on, whether that was just a genuine lock-up mistake. But that's allowed. Dario goes into pit lane now. But at the moment then, Mix 64 still in the lead with 5 seconds from Ash at the moment. Obviously Bruno trying to overtake Ryan into Knickerbrook. So far so good for Bruno. He's actually driven really well at the moment. He's actually been my driver of the hour. So so far so good. I was quite impressed with his driving. A bit of contact between him and Adam though was a bit unfortunate. So Mix 64 jumps into pit lane. Maybe that's going to be a good advantage. Whether that's now gifted Ash the lead though, so Ash will try and push on this time round. And obviously Bruno's going to be up into 2nd if he carries on. Fantastic stuff from these guys. And obviously Luke into 3rd then, trying to lap Ryan at the moment it seems. But this is where the racing has been absolute unreal at the moment. Damo in 5th then at the moment, soon to be 4th, because the timing screen is throwing another wobbler at me. But who's that gone off? Was that a car gone off, or was that just... It's a Damo there. Oh, he's already all over the back of Luke. This could be an interesting battle. So on board with the number 22 Bentley, so we're on board with Ash's brother. So race leader's brother then in currently 4th, trying to chase down Luke then for 3rd place at the moment. 1 second into Hustons. Up towards Denton's, up the rise then, going up towards Knickerbrook. This is where it's going to be fantastic. I can't believe how many battles and how much entertainment these guys are giving me this evening. It seems that the guys have actually probably put on a really good show so far. We've got 56 minutes remaining in this race though, so not even at the halfway stage yet. But is this where it's going to get close? Luke seems to be pushing that Mercedes all the way. But it looks like at the moment though, this is where certain cars may be equal. into second gear. It's almost like some cars like to go first gear, maybe second gear out of Lodge Corner, but we'll see what happens with the helicam for a couple of minutes. It looks like at the moment though, Damo's going to try and catch up to Luke though. It seems Bruno's trying to do a stellar job in second, so Jervis currently in 6th, Stefano Marchetto 7th, Mick 64 early race leader in 8th then, with Adam Postlethwaite and Damien, followed by James with Dario and Clenough, and of course Swingle, and of course Ryan at the tail of the field. But at the moment then, it's looking likely the battle is still raging on. As you can see, going on board with Damo, trying to catch up to Luke yet again. Go on into Luke's helmet cam for a moment or two, just to get a rough idea of what Oulton Park is like from the driver's perspectives. And it's going to be very close, but it looks like Damo's run wide out of Knickerbrook, which is allowed Luke to get away briefly. He's got Adam Foster right behind him. Adam Foster's almost there as well, so this is where it's going to be tooth and nail for some of these guys. Adam Foster on that. I do apologise if the camera throws a wobbler now and again, but we're on board with the McLaren driver of Adam, trying to push on the 420 machine. Best lap was 136.2. He's not in the 134s yet. We have 54 minutes to go. Looks like there's a bit of traffic with Ryan there. He's got to deal with, because Damo's also there. Through Cascades then towards Island Bend, down the Island Straight. Adam's flashing the lights saying, "Come on mate, get out of the way." Trying to catch up to Damo here. Damo slams on the brakes. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the pair of them into Shell Oil's corner. That is a bit unfortunate. We knew that was inevitable. Fair play, it seems. Fair play for stopping and giving the place back. But that was a bit rough and tumble. He slammed on the brakes. I don't know whether the brakes were not up to optimum temperature. He has pitted as well, but the McLaren driver now, that's now cost Damo a bit of time to catch up to Luke though as well, so he's probably not going to be a bit impressed with that. So it looks like Bruno trying to push on. Seems the Lexus RCF seems to be very good at the moment. So Ash still leading then from Bruno, followed by Luke. Sol Jervis is also trying to catch up to the likes of Adam Foster and of course Damo. So it seems to be absolute tooth and nail between these guys. I'll tell you what, it's fantastic. Adam Foster actually, as he jumps into pit lane, it looks like he's actually jumped into pit lane. He's probably picked up a bit of damage, and it seems like there's a lot of battles galore at the moment, but is that allowed Sol Jervis to close the gap slightly? It may do, but looking at certain things though, playing into factor. Evening Dom, how's it going mate? Nice to see you, thank you for the kind words my friend. It's absolutely fantastic. So Adam Postlethwaite going into Cascade, and he's trying to chase down Mick 64 then, but you can just see Damo trying to push on. He's got Ryan behind him, so don't worry about Ryan. Ryan's a couple of laps down. Unfortunately, the Honda driver struggling at the moment. So Jervis also trying to latch onto the back, and Stefano Marchetto, you can just see that Ferrari lurking in the background as Damo goes into Knickerbrook. So seems to be fantastic stuff at the moment, with 51 minutes to go in this race. Not even the halfway stage, and it seems the action has been top notch so far. If you just joined guys, Ash takes the lead from Mick 64 after Mick 64 jumped into pit lane. It seems that seems there's going to be some very close battles. Bruno GXR goes into pit lane as well, so that's allowed Luke up into second. Now going to try and chase after Ash. He's got to be careful. Damo will be third as well, so the two Humphrey brothers will try and push on. It's going to be fantastic to see exactly what's going to happen. So Jervis in the 808 Bentley, the chrome orange and yellow. We'll try and see what's going on in a moment. He's actually gaining up to Damo roughly. Go on board with Bentley. Oh, Damo's lost it! Damo's lost it towards Shell Oils. That's allowed Sol Jervis to literally get that place into third then. That was a bit unfortunate. Has he dropped? He's dropped back down to fourth. I wouldn't worry about that. Or he's actually dropped. Oh, yes, he has dropped down to fourth. It's hard to tell though, because timer screen's thrown another wobbler at me. It looks like Sol Jervis will be third. It looks like Stefano Marchetto about to put a lap on his teammate. Oh, Dario runs wide out on Nick-a-Brook up towards Clay Hill then. Mix 64 probably thinks, is that Stefano? But he realises it's actually Dario at the moment. Dario is trying to push on, but it looks like at the moment that he lets Mix 64 past with great ease. So looks like Swingle's into pit lane, whether he's suffering at the moment with a bit of a balance of the circuit. Not the easiest circuit as I've stated in the past, but maybe he's just pitted there. So it looks like at the moment closest battle then we've got, looks to me, the moment seems to be Mix 64 versus Stefano. So it's going to be very, very close to see exactly what's going to happen between these guys. And obviously Adam Postlethwaite is also joining up roughly, but that was a bit weird. I think the way Damo was approaching Shell Oil's corner, he seemed to have lost it on the exit of Island Bend, so it's going to be very close. Up Fulston's into Denton's up the rise then towards Nick-a-Brook. He's probably going to try and catch Sol Jervis yet again, but seeing what's going on between a couple of the guys, it seems the gaps at the moment seems to be a lot of interest. So it's going to be quite interesting to see exactly what's going to happen. I think Swingle's got a bit of damage though, so he's actually sat in pit lane for quite a bit. But Mix 64 early race pace setter. Oh, Damo's gone off again. He's gone off again at Druid's Bend. Whether he's got a problem with that Bentley, but he's just gifted Stefano a bit of a fourth place there. So it seems Damo's struggling with that Bentley. Whether he's got a bit of issue, Stefano goes a bit wide, but looks like Mix 64 is going to try and push on in towards Cascades for the 26th time. Seems, but this is where it's going to be tooth and nail. And just see exactly what's going to happen. Well, it looks like Luke's still trying to push on. Ash is actually up into start another lap. He's that far ahead. The Bentley driver doing a stellar job. It looks like at the moment Swingle has had a lengthy pit stop though. Luke still there coming up Clay Hill, so he's quite a bit. Stefano Marchetto still trying to push on up into fourth then. Sol Jervis in third place at the moment. Stefano fourth. Mix 64 in fifth place. Gets a bit loose out of Nick-a-Brook, but he's got it closed up slightly. Is he going to try and push on? Whether he's going to try and say he wants a lot more stuff from this Lexus. and this is where it's going to be a great race. It looks like Adam Postlethwaite, Sol Jervis jumps into pit lane. Whether that is a scheduled stop, but Adam Postlethwaite looks like Damo goes into pit lane, so I thought he was actually going to have a bit of a battle, but hey ho, never mind, that's okay. But we'll go on board with the LDR rate driver into Old Hall then, pushing on down towards the avenue, and then obviously into Cascade, braking down into third gear, maybe second gear, into Cascade, flinging it round towards the island bend. Normally you go right if you're on the island circuit, but not. So then into Island Bend, then down, so we're halfway through the race then guys, halfway through, into Shell Oil's corner, into gear 1, seems to be a bit of a mixture gears between a couple of the cars, it's either gear 1 or gear 2, but that's not really an issue. But what about this though? Mix 64, 1.6 of a second from Stefano Marchetto at the moment, with 44.5 minutes to go. This is going to be fantastic. This is what draws me to commentate on TNRL week in, week out. The battles are just amazing, and so is the racing. So if you want to check us out, go on to Discord and find out TNRL Sim Racing. I believe that is what it is on Discord. And please join, because there is space for people to join, I believe. Just to get that out there, and please like and subscribe to TNRL Sim Racing. It would mean a lot to the lads, and it would mean a lot to me as well, because these guys are top-notch racers. Okay then, 44 minutes left in this race. What is going to happen, and what have we missed? Well, Mix 64, they got it currently on screen, led the race from start to now, obviously start to when he made his pit stop, but it seems, it's run a bit wide, but I don't want to put the commentator's curse on him. He drove absolutely fantastic, and I'll tell you what, it looks like that battle could be on for third between Mix 64 and of course Stefano at the moment, it seems. But you know, it's going to be great. It looks like Adam Postlethwaite's still there in 5th. We'll go through the leaderboard. Looks like Ash already on lap 29. I think he's actually on lap 30, because actually he's on lap 29. On lap 29, he's miles ahead of everyone else. Luke's only just coming through the last corner, so you know. But looks like Stefano's trying to push on away from Mix 64 in 3rd. And then you got Adam Postlethwaite from Bruno, followed by Sol Jervis, Adam Foster, James, followed by Damien, followed by Damo. At the moment, Damo seems to. But the battle, there's a battle for 9th and 10th then. Looks like Damien's got that Ferrari dialed up, trying to chase after the Honda. So we'll see exactly what's going to happen into Shell Oils then. Breaks down to gear 1. He's got to be careful because Damo's behind as well, so in the Bentley, so we'll see exactly what's going to happen into Fulston's. They're on lap 28, so they're roughly a couple of laps down. So it looks like James is going to try and hold off Damien going up the rise towards Nickelbrook. Seems James has that Honda NSX dialed up. Tyre stack's gone from the side of Nickelbrook, so into Nickelbrook corner itself, because I don't know why it's called that. Up Clay Hill though, in towards Druids Bend then. May want to stay into 4th, drops into 5th, drops down to 2nd, which is a bit of a brave move. Into 3rd then, in towards Lodge Corner, into the final corner, it's a blind corner, it's a bit unsighted as well. So James McGlick holding off already, 9th place at the moment. So we're still on board with Damien going across the line to start lap 29 for these guys. Into Old Hall corner, is he going to get James this lap? It might be possible. He's also got Damo behind him. So we'll see exactly what's happening further up the road but that's a battle for 9th and 10th. What's going to happen? Meanwhile, for 3rd and 4th, 1.2 of a second between Stefano Marchetto and, of course, Mix 64, with Damo trying to chase after these guys. You can just see Adam Postlewaite jumps into pit lane, so that's going to allow Bruno up into 5th place rather. Excuse me. Dario 12th, Clement 13th, Ryan still 14th, and Swingle, that's unfortunately 6 laps down. Fair play to him though. Goes a bit wide out of Cascades. Hope I didn't put the commentator's curse on him. But fair play. First visit here, so it is tricky to get just right as well. I do understand, I really do. But James McGlick trying to hold away from Damien. It looks like Damo though. Damo in the Bentley. Trying to catch Damien. Yes, that is right. Damien versus Damien. We've got to call one Damo. But the Welsh kid now lives in Stoke-on-Trent. He's Damo, serial killer. Try not to eat your cereal and kill their mate Pexys at the same time, please, pal. But yes, it's going to be very close. We've got 39 and a half minutes to go in this race. I do apologise if you don't like my jokes, guys, but you know, I find them funny. But Damo trying to catch up to Damien. It seems the 22 Bentley, after having a bit of an, well, not issues, but a bit of a spin and a bit of a knock from Adam Foster in the part of the race. But 39 minutes to go in this race. It seems like these guys are probably going to be sweating. They're probably going to be pushing on. So Luke currently in pit lane with Stefano Marchetto now second. Is he going to try and push on? But looking at this battle, there's a lap car ahead. That is Clenouth. So Clenouth's now split Marmolotto and of course Mix 64, but Clenouth gets out the way just in time as at Oulton's. It's actually fantastic. We'll see, we're on board with the Lexus down towards Nickelbrook. You can see Stefano Marchetto exiting Nickelbrook now. He's going to try and push on. Bit of break up towards Clay Hill. This is where it's going to be fantastic to see. This is where local knowledge for me will count. It seems into Druids, you know, Mix 64, he pushes on. Don't worry about his Nissan overalls, he's in a Lexus. May feel like he's in a Nissan GTR. Not seen a Nissan GTR in this championship. That's all it gets. But let's start lap 32 then. It's allowed Stefano Marchetto. And there's already been a change for 10th place. It looks like Damo's got past Damien. So we didn't see that while we're on board with Mix 64 trying to chase down Marmolotto. Stefano trying to push on the Italian, trying to push away from the Portuguese driver. Still on board with Lexus trying to push on. Whether he wants to try and get that Ferrari in his sights and trying to push on and then set after Ash, that currently leads the race with 37 minutes to go in this race. This is where it could be very close into Fulston for the 32nd time. Seems a lot. Ash actually jumps into pit lane now, so Ash probably will have that advantage. He probably will come back out into the race lead, but you can just see Mix 64 trying to push on that Lexus, the other Lexus of Bruno in 4th, with Luke in 5th, almost there. Sol Jervis, Adam Foster, and of course Adam Postlewaite, James McGlick, and then Damo and Damien, followed by Dario and Clenouth, and of course Ryan and Swingle at the tail of the field. But going out of the Lodge corner then, Ash has already got back out into first place. We knew that was going to happen, didn't we? We knew that was going to happen. But Mix 64 then trying to still chase after Stefano. Stefano, I think he had a bit of tyre squeal. Going out to Old Hall, we're on board with the Lexus RCF. Going towards Cascades, this is where it can be 2 for 0. I tell you this, I swear this is where the battles will at 33 with 35 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in this race. This is why I love commentating. So Stefano tried to hold off that Lexus RCF into Shell Oils. He's got that Ferrari almost old up, but into Fulston's for the 33rd time. This is where it's going to be 2 for 0. This is going to be close, but going on the rise of Denton's, this could be very close. Mix 64 is 0.2 from Stefano Marchetto. We are going to be in a close proximity fight. Stefano thinks about it, dabs the brake into Nick Brook, dabs the brake out, up towards Clayton for the 33rd time. This is going to be very close. You don't want to miss the remaining 35 minutes of the race. I'll tell you what, into Druid, drop down to 3rd, still on board with Mix 64. This is going to be 2 and nail. What is going to happen into Lodge Corner? Looks like Mix 64 may have Stefano reeled in. He's got the bait on his fishing rod, he's now just trying to catch it. Yes, that is right, I'm not referring to Stefano as a fish, I'm just saying as a saying, you know, but Stefano out of Old Hall then, trying to still push on. Mix 64 is 0.3 seconds into Cascade, drop down to 3rd gear. Stefano slashing the brakes, he's trying to slow that Ferrari down as best as he can, but this is where it's going to be 2 and nail. We'll go on to the Ferrari of Stefano Marchetto, looking at Mix 64 as they exit Shell Oils Bend. Then you can just see how the car is going to be pushing on. You can just see just about Mix 64 is 0.7 now. He's lost a bit of ground up towards Nickelbrook chicane, but this is where it's going to get very close. It seems to be a bit of a battles galore. 0.5 still of a second. This is how these guys are going to want to race, but they've got almost half an hour to go. This is going to probably be hurting these guys now. The fingers are probably going to be cramping, the legs are probably going to be cramping if they're on a wheel. I'm surprised if anyone's on controller. Oh, Stefano gets crossed up out of Druids. That's allowed Mix 64 to take the inside line into Lodge Corner. Is he going to do it? Yes, he is. He's got the move done. What a sensational move. The Helicam just gives a great shot, just as you can see, going across Deer Leap up towards start finish line into Old Hall. This is going to be very close because Stefano is going to be all over the back of Mix 64. We know that's going to happen. Looking back from the Lexus though, then we'll go on board because he knows Stefano's there. You can just see that arrow, you can just see the Ferrari, you can just see that Ferrari trying to push on, but it is going to be 2 for nail. This is going to be close, going into Water Island Bend, into towards Shell Oils for the 35th time, I beg your pardon. Stefano on board with the Ferrari of Stefano Marchetto, up towards Fulston's for the 35th time then. This is going to be 2 for nail. You can just see Mix 64 flashing the brakes of that Lexus RCF going up the hill. Oh, this is going to be fantastic with 32 minutes to go in this race. What is going to happen? Stefano is going to try and push on. Oh, he goes across the grass. That is not going to help. Across the grass on Nickelbrook. That is not going to help. The tyres are now going to be probably got grass and a bit of traction is going to be lost. So he goes into Druids, then still trying to chase after Mix 64. Mix 64 though, however, this is going to be where things are going to happen in towards Lodge Corner with around 31 minutes and 19 seconds to go. This is why we love TNRL sim racing. Swingle back in pit lane, whether he's just pushed too hard, but fair play, you know, his first visit here, it's not the easiest, especially if you don't know the circuit, but fair play 31 minutes to go in the race then. We're almost with half an hour to go. This is going to be very close now. We can just see the battles raging between Serial Killer and Damien. It seems Damo trying to defend from that Ferrari, but we'll try and go back to that battle for Mix 64 and of course Stefano Marchetto. It looks like Stefano's lost a bit of ground now after a lot of things, but it seems Ash is going to be all leading the race at the moment. This is going to be fantastic to see exactly what could happen, but you know, maybe that mistake from Stefano going into Knickerbrook a lap ago when he ran across the grass, it seems, but we'll see exactly what's happening. Is that battle between Damo and of course Damien. Looks like Mix 64 is going to try and put a lap on these guys, but it seems that, you know, Mix 64 wants that Lexus onto another podium. So it looks like Damien run a bit wide there. I do apologise, I was having a bit of a drink. But yes, absolutely good driving between Mix 64 and of course Stefano Marchetto. This is exactly what you're missing out on, you know. But I know you have other commitments, mate. I am aware of that, and you know, fair play for joining the stream. As Damien crashes into the polystyrene going out of Cascades. You don't want to be doing that in a hurry. But it looks like at the moment Ash still leading the race. Then going to be third, another race win for the Bentley driver. Seems to be another third win of the season, hopefully. Excuse me. With 28 minutes and 47 minutes remaining. The gap is now 2.1 from Mix to Stefano, so you know, Bruno currently in fourth, so that's a good showing, with obviously Luke fifth, Sol Jervis in sixth, Adam Foster seventh. Doesn't look like a very comfortable night for Adam at the moment. Seems to, I don't know whether he's just having a bit of issues with the setup of that McLaren, but it seems that he will push on. And he's got into his 135.3 at the moment, is his fastest time, so you know, he's trying to push into 134s, but it looks like Adam Bosselthwaite still in 8th then, James still 9th, Damo 10th and Damien 11th, Dario 11th, Clem 13th, and of course Ryan in 14th, and Swingle giving him a bit of airtime, fair enough, you know, in 15th, even though he's 7 laps down. But that's what racing's all about, you know. You learn, and obviously, you know, we're not here to judge. So, you know, he's got Stefano behind him. Stefano gets past him, but there's not really much battles with 27 minutes and 15 seconds to go. But nevertheless, guys, it has been fantastic throughout the evening. So if you're wondering who this legendary voice is, it is the one and only Hoppers doing TNRL sim racing commentary, and it's fantastic to be here. So yes, you have to put up with me unfortunately on Thursday, but never mind, it's going to be the last race for me for a week, because I am not here next week, so sadly you will not be hearing my voice. But nevertheless, you will have me the week after next, where the championship will hot up. I believe the championship after that heads to, just to double check while we go through the calendar, the round after that then will be Snetterton, so I will be back on home turf at Snetterton. They head to Zolder next week, which I was looking forward to being at Zolder, but nevertheless I'm not here because unfortunately I am away on holiday, so you know, it'll be okay. But Mix 64 then with 26 minutes to go. Pushing away from Stefano at the moment, which seems to be a fantastic battle between the pair of them, which was fantastic to see. You know, I thought Stefano wouldn't have made it easy, but it looks like it. Bruno's still in 4th then. Luke in 5th, followed by Adam, followed by Sol Jervis. So it looks like Ash already on lap 39 with 25.5 minutes to go. The guys must be feeling a lot of pain at the moment. I don't know how these guys can race for an hour and a half. It must be excruciating, but fair play to them. Adam Bosworth still in 8th place, James in 9th with Damon in 10th, followed by Damien, followed by Gennaro, and of course Clemeth, and of course Ryan, and of course Swingle at the tail of the field. But at the moment then, with 25, just under 25 minutes to go in round number 5 of the TNRL Sim Racing, this is actually season 2, so you know we are in for a very good end towards the end of the race. It seems Stefano's going to try and catch the Lexus up if he can, but you know what the racing's like. The racing has been epic this evening. It hasn't really been a major issue. It's actually been quite fantastic to see how many people have wanted to have a lot of things, but you know at the moment it seems that we're going to be pushing on. We could be in for another race win for Ash this evening. He's already won at Bathurst, and also he won at Kyalami in the rerun of round number 3, so it seems the Bentley seems to be dialed up very well for him. Stefano Marchetto ran it last year and obviously won the championship, so it seems to be a very good car for the championship, so it could be very close to see exactly what's going to happen. So Stefano Marchetto with 23.5 minutes to try and push on to mix 64. He's 2.2 of a second. Whether that's going to be very close, it seems. Luke's still in 5th place then at the moment. Adam in 6th. That's Adam Foster, by the way, not Adam Bosworth. Sol Jervis, who was that? Oh, Ryan went off at Shell Oils. He's already in 14th, so you know it was a bit unfortunate, but I don't know whether Stefano's going to try and push on to get up to mix 64 before the end of the race. He may do. He's not that far behind actually, if you think about it, because James McGlick was getting a lap put on, so it looks like we could be in for a fantastic end. It looks like Ash, currently you can just see the Bentley driver pushing on, it seems. But you know, we'll just have a look if there's any more battles, but at the moment it seems there isn't much. Damien goes rally crossing towards Shell Oils, which is costing him a bit of time. Dario's still there in 12th with Clemeth in 13th. Whether that has actually changed, or is Clemeth 2 laps down and Dario's not? Yeah, it looks like Clemeth is 2 laps down, so it's a bit unfortunate. But Ryan is in 13th. We'll give Swingle a bit of airtime just so he gets seen on stream. And if anyone's watching the stream who are fans of Swingle, there you go, I will give you a bit of airtime for him. You know, it's always a pleasure to give people airtime. So Stefano is around then 3.0 of a second from mix 64 at the moment. The battle could still be on. You never know with 21 and 25 seconds remaining. Yeah, 21 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Couldn't even get my words out then. But yes, it's going to be fantastic. It looks like at the moment Stefano may be catching up slowly but surely. He's brought the gap down to 2.7 still. So Jervis goes off towards Shell Oils. That could have been a bit of a disaster. But So far he's kept out of trouble for that, so that's probably going to drop him down the order, depending on if he gets back on track very quickly. And Adam Bosselthwaite may, I don't know whether Adam's actually got into 8th place. The yellow flag is still there for Sol Jervis. Whether he's had a bit of an issue, it seems he's parked up at, yeah, because Adam Bosselthwaite now has got past him with 20.5 minutes to go. So it does look like Sol Jervis has had a bit of an issue on the entry towards Shell Oils. So see exactly what's going to happen. Yellow flag's still there, down there at that bend, so that's probably going to put a few drivers moves towards the end. It seems it's dropped him down now to 11th. Has he had an issue? It's hard to tell, but looks like 4th gear's kind of, looks like he's stuck in 4th gear at the moment, so it's not looking good for the Portuguese driver. So there's yellow flag into this sector. Looks like Stefano Marchetto 2.3 of a second tried to push on. It's going to be a bit frustrating for Sol Jervis, because with the car being stuck in 4th gear, it's going to be very hard to get through the gears and try and get back onto the track. So could be that his wheel or his accelerator pedals gone if he's on a wheel. I'm not too sure what the guy's on. Clem jumps into pit lane then, as he had a bit of issues. We'll soon find out though. With 19 minutes to go in this race, it does look like now that Sol Jervis is still stuck on the exit. Ooh. There's a lot of tyre squeal from what I heard then. So Mix 64 still in 2nd place. Ash is still up the road, miles ahead of these guys. Stefano Marchetto 3. What's the gap this time round? Is it 3.3 of a second? Clef comes out of pit lane slightly. Whether that's going to be fantastic. The yellow flag has now been removed, so Sol Jervis has got going again. So that's dropped him down, unfortunately, to 12th. So it's not going to be the easiest with 18 minutes to go to try and claw them positions back. But nevertheless, he will try and push on. But looking back towards this battle for 2nd, it looks like Ryan's going to try and he's moving out the way for Stefano. It seems that there's not really much battles galore now between a lot of the drivers. It seems they're all equally spread out, if I could get my words out. So Luke in 5th, Adam Foster currently in 6th, Adam Bosselthwaite in 7th, James in 8th, followed by Damo in 9th. Probably eating his cereal now, probably thinking, I'm going to eat my cereal and then kill them apexes. But yes, he's currently still there in 9th place. He's 1.7 seconds from James at the moment. There could be a battle for 8th and 9th rather. Dario still in 11th with Damien in 10th. Sol Jervis 12th now, with Ryan 13th and then Glenn 14th. And obviously Swingle 10 laps down, unfortunately. But nevertheless, still learning curve. He will pick up and hopefully crack on with 16.5 minutes to go. So it looks like Stefano Marchetto, just looking at the Ferrari driver, 3.9 of a second from Mix 64. You can just see Mix 64 going through Shell Oils. But it seems that the battle between Damo and, of course, I don't think Damo's going to be happy with Ryan for that. That looked like a bit naughty then. That looked like Ryan come back on. Wasn't expecting Damo, but Damo's now going to be absolutely livid because he was 1.2 of a second up to James, and that is now going to be costly because is the car broken? It seems. So that's now allowed James to... Oh, Adam Postlethwaite's off at the side up towards Clay Hill as he got it crossed up going out of Nick Brook. That's cost him time as well. There seems to be a lot of cars now struggling towards the end of the lap. Stefano Marchetto gets lost, doesn't get lost, gets wide out of Lodge Corner, that is what I was meant to say. With 15 minutes to go, Mix 64 will have that 4.4 gap very comfortably. 15 minutes to go in this race. This is going to be fantastic. I do apologise, guys, if I get my words tongue-tied sometimes. I really do, but as you can tell, it's been quite a long race. But so that's allowed James McGlick up into 7th. Adam Postlethwaite now in 8th. It seems at the moment with this 14.5 minutes to go, it seems maybe the legs are starting to hurt. You know, Ryan's gone into pit lane, whether he's got damage there, which I don't think Damo's going to be very happy about. But mind you, Damo's catching up to Adam Postlethwaite, so this could be another battle. We're on board with the Bentley driver into Shell Oil's Bend. Doesn't look like the Bentley's damaged though. You never know, it's hard to tell. There's a bit of a camera glitch there into Fulston. Just watching it on the stream. Like the Bentley seems to have a bit of an issue breaking into Nick Brooks again. Short shifting, I think. Don't know whether he has got an issue, but still got on board with him, trying to chase down Adam Postlethwaite. 1.9 of a second, it seems. So it just seems that whether Damo's got an issue is yet to be seen, but seems to be kind of a bit of battles galore, if we can. Stefano Marchetto though, however, 4.7 I think it was on the timing between, yeah, it's actually now 4.6, so looks like Mix 64 is going to try and push away. He's doing a stellar job keeping that Lexus in second place. Ash with 13 minutes to go crosses over up towards Nick Brook then, trying to push that 44 Bentley along the way. He seems to be doing very well at the moment, it seems. Mix 64 still second, Stefano third with Bruno fourth, and obviously Luke fifth, Adam Foster sixth, James in seventh with Adam Postlethwaite, and of course Damo's trying to catch up. It seems that Damo was going to be probably pushing on for a good result this evening, but probably didn't help with Ryan taking him out at Shell Oil's corner when trying to put a lap on. It seems Damien in 10th then with Dario 11th, Sol Jervis 12th. Seems to be struggling at the moment in that Bentley. He seems to be pushing on though. Gleneth in 13th, Ryan 14th, and Swingle in 15th place. But you know, guys, 12 minutes to go in this race. This is probably where things are going to happen. You know, anything can happen in this race. Seems at the moment though, Stefano is going to be trying to push on Sol Jervis. He's trying to push and stop, getting a lap put on him. 11.5 minutes to go though in round number 5 of the season. So it looks to me like Stefano is trying to get up to Sol Jervis, but Sol Jervis has that Bentley everywhere. But it seems at the moment Bruno in 4th then, but it seems we're going to be in for an absolute grand stand finish. At the moment it seems Adam Postlethwaite is now, I think he's around 7.6 of a second. I'm not too sure because the time screen's giving me a bit of a gap at the moment, but we'll see what it is. He's actually 7.9 of a second from Adam Postlethwaite. So, you know, the gap is about, you know, it's a bit of a argy-bargy moment between a couple of these guys. It looks like James McGlick's going to be caught up very shortly if he's not careful. Got 10 minutes to go in this race then. Ash is still running away with the race lead. Obviously he must be laughing at this, must be thinking, what am I going to do, because he's about to take another win of the season and the third win of the season, currently dominating TNRL sim racing for that Bentley at the moment though. So it seems there is a lot of things, but Mix 64 going out of Shell Oil's corner. We'll try and see exactly what's going to happen. Stefano still third with Bruno in fourth. It looks like you can just see Adam Postlethwaite trying to put a lap on Clenoff, but whether that's going to allow James McGlick to escape. 9.5 minutes to go then. I'll see exactly what's happening around the track if I can, but it's not really much battles galore at the moment, but you never know. Something might happen towards the end, as it did last time out, as well as the race at Imola. So we've got 9 minutes to go in this race. Stefano Marchetto 4.6 from Mix 64 at the moment. It's just under 9 minutes to go in this race. Ash is still there, he's on lap number 50. We'll go on board with Ash's Bentley for the time being. So through Cascades then, looks like, you know, he's trying to push on. He seems to be wanting another win. You can tell how much it will mean to him, because he will be the third time winner of TNRL. Into Shell Oil's then, dropped to gear 1. Maybe he's decided gear 1's now going to be better towards the end of the race. It'd be nice to know how much fuel is in that Bentley. But, you know, it's still got 8 minutes and 15 seconds to go in this race, it seems. So it's going to be very close. So he's pushing on. Whether he gets that Bentley dialed up how he wants it is another thing. It seems at the moment the track temperature is dropped a bit to 29. Air temperature is now at 23. Probably going to be very close, so it seems. Mix 64 has that Lexus still there, 4.9 of a second. Stefano Marchetto though, is he going to try and push on and try and get that second place, or is there going to be another close finish? 7.5 minutes to go. It seems now battles are spread out quite a bit, so you know it looks like Adam Postlethwaite and Damo. Damo's a bit far behind, but Damo goes into Knickerbrook chicane for the 51st time, I think. Just double check. Now he's on lap 49, so he's a couple of laps behind. So that's going to be hampering a bit. It looks like Damien 10th, Dario 11th, Sol Jervis 12th, Clenoff in 13th, and of course Ryan, and of course Swingle at the tail of the field. But the battle for second, maybe it's actually dropped to 6.1. Has Stefano got a problem that we don't know about, or is Stefano just taking it easy with almost 6.5 minutes to go? This is going to be where it's going to be nail biting, because not only do we have Stefano Marchetto trying to chase down Mix 64 for second place, but it seems there's going to be almost a bit of a battle galore. It could be. So it looks like Ash is going to try and push on. He's got 6 minutes to go. He's probably thinking, right, time to start thinking about conserving fuel, and probably it's conserving them tyre wear. Swingle goes into pit lane, whether he's just pushed too hard. Yet again, Ash gets a bit dusty out of Lodge Corner, but we can tell that is just about another lap. He goes now a 1:35.2. Last lap was a 1:35.7. We'll see how wonders this helicam does for these guys. Into Cascade, you can just see that Ash is going to go and try and push on for quite some time, it seems. So he's got that penalty dialed up, on board with him into Island Bend and then towards Shell Oils, it seems. So it's going to be very close between the Bentley driver. You can just see exactly what's going to happen. And then obviously looking at him hard at work. Just see that view there. Pushing on for quite some time. It seems to be 5 minutes to go in this race, it seems. Ash is going to try and get another victory of the season. It will be a third one. It is going to be fantastic. He obviously, that white paint scheme on that Bentley must be now a good luck charm. But it seems that Stefano Marchetto and Mick64, their battle for second probably is now not going to be possible. 4.5 minutes to go. This is where it's going to be tooth and nail. Bruno in fourth still. Luke in obviously fifth. Adam Foster sixth. James seventh. Adam Postlethwaite eighth. Damo's actually slightly catching him in ninth. Damien in 10th. That is Damien in the Ferrari, by the way. Then you got Dario, followed by Sol Jervis and Clenough, and then of course Ryan and of course Swingle at the tail of the field. 4 minutes to go in this race. Ash still has this race under control, and this is why it will mean a lot to him. It could be Mick64 back onto the podium. Mick64 seems to like getting onto the podium. Dario runs a bit wide out of Cascades though, which slightly delays Mick64 on exits, but nevertheless coming through Island Bend. This is up into Shell Oils then. Stefano Marchetto though. Marchetto, not Marchetta, sorry. It's been a long race, but 3.5 minutes to go. Ash is currently going up towards Knickerbrook. This is where it's going to be very close between these guys, but Ash is going to try and push on for another race win of TNRL Season 2. So you can just see exactly what's going to happen with the TNRL Sim Racing. As we go into Zolder, Ash is going to eke out a bigger advantage going towards Zolder next week, and it seems that, you know, I'm really disappointed I won't be there, but, you know, it's going to be probably very close. Even more as Zolder, there's going to be margin for error, but I believe Ash will start the penultimate lap of the race. It could be the final lap of the race, depending on time. But he's got 2 minutes and 35 seconds remaining, so he may get another lap in. Stefano still in third, Bruno fourth, Luke fifth, followed by Adam Foster in sixth, followed by Kiribati, James McGlick in seventh, Adam Postlethwaite eighth, Damo ninth, and of course Damien, and of course Dario versus Sol Jervis. Sol Jervis gets a bit dusty out of Druids there. Clenough in 13th, Ryan 14th, and obviously Swingle sadly at the tail of the field. But fair play, Swingle has never visited Oulton Park before. It's not an easy track to make if you've not raced around here, but I'm not going to mock him. He's done very well, you know. I'm not about mocking drivers, but Ash is already up towards Knickerbrook for what could be the penultimate time. We'll go on board with him yet again. See the guy at work. Seems to be seems to be enjoying the race, it seems. So 1.5 minutes to go as he goes up Clay Hill. This is where it's going to be very close now. The time seems he could be onto the final lap. In towards Druid, into third gear. Maybe on fourth on exit. Yes, he's got fourth on exit under the bridge. Down towards Lodge Corner. This is where Ash is probably thinking, I've got this race sewn up. He is now going to be probably onto the final lap of the race, because with the lap time and he's about to cross the line. So he's on the last lap then. Exactly how I predicted. I was obviously going to be right on the money. Mix 64 will get another lap in with 31 minutes remaining. This 31 minutes remaining? I mean 51 seconds remaining. Come on, Hoppers. Wake up, man. I know it's been a long race. But yes, guys, this has been fantastic so far. But I tell you what, it is going to be close. So Mix 64 from Marmalotto, followed by Bruno, followed by Luke and Adam Foster, and James, followed by Adam Bosthwaite, Damo, and of course Dean Helix are your top 10. But this is where the racing is going to count. The gaps have obviously now slightly decreased, but we're on board with the race leader going towards Nickelbrook for the final time. Now this is going to be close. This is going to be another race win from Ash. Ash seems to be dominating. It must be the name Ash, because you know he's leading TNRL Sim Racing. And I'll tell you what, Ash Sutton, British Touring Cars, is leading the proper British Touring Car Championship. But into Druids then for the final time then. This is where it's going to be very close. Ash is going to take another victory. We'll just go on the outside camera for a moment into Lodge for the final time. He is going to become the first person to take 3 wins in TNRL Sim Racing. About to cross the line, flashes the lights, weaves a bit, and he takes the checkered flag. Congratulations, my friend, what an absolute race. And Mix 64 will come home in seconds. That was a fantastic battle between himself and Stefano Marchetto. Stefano has his teammate Dario just for comfort crossing the line. Stefano will come home third, and I tell you what an absolute epic race here at Oulton Park this evening. Bruno will take 4th in the Lexus. I honestly thought the Lexuses this evening would be thereabouts, but it seems they've done even better. So Bruno in 4th, Luke will come home in 5th, it seems. I'll tell you what an absolute epic race this evening. Yes, there might have been some moments where drivers were suffering, you know, but it's going to be fantastic. We're on board with the Mercedes of Luke going through Druids for the final time under the pedestrian bridge, well, main entrance bridge, I beg your pardon, going into Lodge Corner then for the final time. He has got 5th place this evening. He won't be too shabby about that, I'm sure, but he will be pushing on for Zolder, I'm sure, and Adam Foster. I think that incident between him and of course Damo kind of hurt him a bit as Ryan goes offline out of Lodge Corner, but Adam will take 6th place on a track he thought he was going to do really well. And I tell you what, it finished, and obviously James finished 7th, Adam Postlethwaite 8th, Damo 9th, Damien 10th, Dario 11th, Sol Jervis 12th, Clown 13th, and Ryan in 14th, and Swingle in 15th. But guys, what an absolute epic race. That has been fantastic. Some of the racing this evening may have been a bit weird, but you know, it is just how it goes. I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to seeing what happens. Obviously I am not here next week at Snetterton, but you know, not Snetterton, Zolder, I beg your pardon. But I am looking forward to being back in the comms box when we go to Snetterton. It is another circuit that I know quite well, and I'll tell you what guys, it is going to be absolutely fantastic. So until in 2 weeks then, I'm not going to be here for Zolder. It is going to be very close. I can't wait to see what is going to happen at Snetterton, but I will be sure I will be keeping a close eye on the action for TNRL Sim Racing at Zolder, and I wish the guys all the best. I am going to have to dash off because my voice seems like it's going to be breaking, but yes guys, I've been Hoppers for TNRL Sim Racing. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Please like and subscribe, and let's see if Ash can maintain the momentum going into Zolder, and we'll see what is going to happen when I return for Snetterton in 2 weeks time. Until then guys, take care and stay safe. and have a very good week.